lanes, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what
I can't get tired of that music. So I hope everybody's doing great. This is Dr. Irfan Akpan, and we're here to talk about how to chat with ChatGPT. I think this is very important. Before we get into it, make sure that you hit like, subscribe, so that you get notified for other amazing content that we have. Want to thank everyone as well on the podcast side, on the TikTok side. For those of you who are listening to the audio on the podcast, come on over to YouTube or to TikTok, where you can see the actual visual content of this. So I appreciate you so much. Love the support. So we want to get into this, and I'm going to tell you something funny. This is the second time I'm recording this because I did this before and I did not push record. So now we're going back into this, which I think is good because you get better with time. Now, I'm actually in here and I'm using the plus version. So I'm in ChatGPT 4 Turbo. And when I say the plus version, that means I have the paid version. So I paid for ChatGPT. So as you see, I have access to the free 3.5 version, the plug-in version, and the ChatGPT 4 Turbo with DALL-E and all of the bells and whistles with that. So the key thing with this, with chatting with ChatGPT, is just that. You want to have a conversation. And how do you have a conversation? Well, through prompting. Really, that's what it comes down to. You typing in prompting, but it's a little bit more than that. And I think it's great when you log in, you see that question, how can I help you today? Which I think is important because you want to ask questions and have a conversation. I think the conversation starts with the question. And I think one of the big mistakes that we make with ChatGPT is using a search engine. And we're so used to just typing in something and then getting results. With this, we type in and we get results, but the more we talk, the more of a conversation we have, the better the results we get till we actually get the answer that we want. So what I like is when you go in here, you're asked a question and then it gives you some ideas, right? So planning a tour, show me a code snippet, give me ideas for what to do with my kids' art, recommend a dish to impress a date who's a picky eater, right? So let's click on this one. So you're asking that question. Now, it's giving you an answer. It can be cooking for a picky eater can be a bit challenging, but here's some universally loved dishes. Okay, so this is universally. So this is a broad stroke. Let's get in here and give some more context. Okay, and loves. So I'll put it more into my context. So now, so I put my name, right? Anang, Nigerian food. So that's the ethnic group in Nigeria. So now ChatGPT is going into list some, and this is pretty good. List some Anang dishes, and they're easy to cook. And this vegetable soup is fairly easy to cook. And then it explains how to do it. Now let's ask anything else. Oops. Any other ideas? So here's another choice. So this is another soup. So again, this is more of a conversational style. This is more of giving more context to ChatGPT, and uh, this is giving some more context. So let's change it up. What if the person's Chinese? Chinese cuisine, Kung Pao chicken. So here's the ingredients. So this is another breakdown. So this gives us the preparation. This gives us the idea. So we're having a conversation with ChatGPT. And what I want you to really realize is that with this, you notice I asked this question, I asked that question, and I asked these in a row. Now, for prompting, one thing you can do if you think all of this through is like, wait a minute. Here's the question. So if I ask let's just try this. I'm going to try to copy this. So instead of having a long conversation, you can do a one big prompt, and that's what I'm doing right now. Don't mind my let's see, anything else. So you can do one large prompt, and okay, so let's change it up. So you see how now I'm thinking through where I want to go with this. I'm going to cook for my date, claims to be a picky eater. Can you recommend a dish that's easy to cook? The person is Mfan and loves Yoruba Nigerian food. So now I'm letting you know who that person is, and they like a specific Nigerian food. And I added in there anything else. I didn't have to do that, but let's just see what happens. So now this is everything all at once. So let's see what ChatGPT does. And this is prompting. Picky eater. So it's kind of giving this the background again. Yoruba Nigerian cuisine for M5. Picky eater who loves this style of food. Wonderful idea, rich flavors. So it goes in and creates a vegetable soup. This is a theme we're seeing. So it goes through and answers this right away. So remember, we were having that conversation where I kept drilling down to get to this point. Now we got to this point right away. That last part of anything else looks like it ignored that, but we got down to it with one big prompt. So when you see prompting, that's the key. The more detail you put in, the better the response you've got. Now, if you notice, we got to this point with really one question instead of going through a series of questions. Or to put it another way, I was asking a series of questions all at once, which gave it more context and gave us a better answer. So I think this is one of the ways that we really need to think about using ChatGPT, think about how it works. I always think of it as a friend, like I'm asking someone some questions that's there to help me. How can I help you? And you find ways to help. And I always look at it as ChatGPT wants to help. And the more information I give, the better. Now, if we had more time, I would show you the vision portion, because you can take a picture of your refrigerator and then ask ChatGPT based on what's in your refrigerator, what can we cook? I think that's video for another. Well, actually, we have a video. We watched the last video. That's where we talk about it. But I think I may do that again. The vision portion is getting better and better. However, that is something that you can do, and that is a feature that you can do. I think it works a lot better with text than it does with deciphering images of items, but that's something we'll save for later. Love to hear what you think about this. Make sure to leave some comments. I appreciate everyone, and hey, Happy New Year. It's going to be an amazing 2024. Appreciate all the support in 2023. We're only going to get better in 2024.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and